What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode Beyond the Gym Floor, talking all things growing your personal training business. Today was an interesting one. So we've been working with some mentors since mid-December. The theme of the episode is what we've learned, what we've gotten from them, and then how we're even just looking at industry. We talked a lot about shoes, but not about shoes, if that makes sense. Thinking beyond just the fitness industry, just your clients, and what we've been able to apply and learn working with some people that are ahead of us inside the coaching space. So I think there's some really valuable takeaways, no matter whether you're making $1,000 a week, 1,500, $2,000, $5,000. There's a lot of value in this episode. So enjoy it. You know it's going to be good. So you may as well hit the like, the follow, the subscribe button already. Maybe even share it to your social media just to get this out to a few more people. We really appreciate it. Intake is open for Standout PT right now. So 26 weeks will get you to those 10K months that you need. Start actually running your business instead of it running you. The buzz is going to go off. Enjoy the episode, and we'll see you next week. Just head to sccfit.com for all the information on the course.
You know, the last 2 or 3 people I've sent the podcast to, they're like, oh, I love the banter.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. It's got to stay.
There's just got to be a little bit of fitness.
Tune in this Wednesday. Barbells and banter. 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Robots.
40 minutes.
Talking about the robots.
40 minutes of Joe Rogan. Without the gummies. Without the Mad Honey.
Well, I got ripped off, man. I got promised gummies.
Have you seen that Mad Honey?
No.
You don't know what it is?
No.
Bro, so...
Dude, I live in the deepest hole in the world.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
It progressively is making me sad.
Yeah.
Just asking you questions.
I even cleared my Instagram algorithm.
I should ask these questions knowing that you're going to say no, and then just ask them for the people. So that's why I'm doing this right now.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with you.
So just go back to your fucking country town over there.
Yeah. It's a little bit like that. And marry your cousins or something. So there's, I think it's in like Nepal or something. There's these bees, and they feed on this certain type of plant. Mm-hmm. And obviously, like, does a bee pollinate and then it makes honey from there? I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, whatever happens after that, these specific bees that are fucking huge, feeding on this plant, they make this honey, and this honey is called mad honey. Now, what the mad honey does is makes you hallucinate. Ooh. So if you have a certain amount, like, a little bit of like lower your blood pressure, give you a little bit of a buzz.
Yeah.
Apparently it increases your libido. I feel like it's a little bit of bullshit, that part. But if you take like a fucking couple tablespoons, you're having a good time, apparently.
Wow.
So then I looked into how much.
Get me some of that.
Yeah, because I'm not flying to Nepal, obviously.
Yeah.
So I found a website. It was
Imagine doing it and just like climbing a base camp.
Or you're just up there as you're dying, just fucking may as well go out.
I'm having the best time.
Yeah, may as well go out with a fucking bang. So it's like $115 for a jar. So I assume that would last, what's that, like $250, something like that. So I assume that would last you, like, you wouldn't be spreading it on your toast or your cream of rice in the morning. I mean, you might.
Fucking send it.
Yeah, maybe I should do that on Monday. Day off.
So I hadn't decided if I was going to talk about this on the podcast or not. I feel like we should.
So going down the Mad Honey rat, fuck it, I'm in.
I feel like we should. So my last therapy session, I went in and was just like, okay, so I have a couple like neurospicy little tendencies.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah, Mark. Oh, okay. It's just like straight down the barrel, like, of course you do.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's pretty highly likely that, yes, you have ADHD.
Yeah.
You can do a screening if you want. Don't.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm like, I don't need it. Just help me navigate it. So, read up on a few things, and there may or may not have been just some psilocybin around the house. 0.1 microdose. I've only done it once.
Of what, sorry?
Of psilocybin.
What the fuck is that?
Mushrooms.
Okay. Sorry. You'll talk to me in ghetto
That's
ghetto terms, bro.
Magic mushrooms.
Yeah. I love how your way of making it not sound bad is to like talking about the compound in the fucking mushrooms.
It's way better.
It's like, nah, bro, we just got these mushrooms.
I'm not getting high.
We just went down Trentham Falls, bro. We just picked these mushrooms.
I'll probably be there next month.
Hey, it's fucking close to where you live compared to me.
Yeah, you should. Anyway, that's a whole other.
Yeah.
trying to find spots.
Yeah.
Apparently, the people are very protective.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
it
heard.
could be very quick.
Yeah, I have heard that.
Yeah, and it terrifies me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you seen that?
the right one?
You haven't seen that movie Pig? This has nothing to do with magic mushrooms. Have you seen that movie Pig?
No.
So this guy owns a pig, but the pig, apparently they use pigs to find truffles.
Yes.
Yeah. So then, someone steals his pig, and the whole thing's him getting the pig back. But that's what you need is a magic mushroom pig.
Yeah. Just like, yeah.
Fuck, I'm starting to think like I watch way too much.
You watch a lot of television.
It's how my wife and I bond, mate.
Yeah, I get it. So 0.1 of a gram, so it's almost nothing.
Mm.
And then I worked.
Yeah.
Bro. Like modafinil minus anxiety.
Have you ever tried with CBD?
No.
Yeah.
No. So it was like everything slowed down. I could do one task at a time. I was like, this is the list. Do the list. Bang,
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang. Wasn't stressed about how long it would take.
Just can't operate a motor vehicle.
Honestly, like, you're fine.
No, I'm talking obviously legally.
Well, yeah. No, you shouldn't.
And then I drove down the shops and did my groceries.
Of course.
Operated heavy machinery.
Hung my son upside down.
But
you can't feel it.
Yeah,
it's not like when you've had mushrooms and you get nothing.
It's not the good part of it.
Nothing happens. You're just like, I can concentrate.
Yeah. Well, don't people microdose for like multiple types of therapy?
Yeah, anxiety.
Yeah, I was gonna say, depression. Yeah. So
like neurospicy stuff.
Yeah, they microdose. Like, not that we're gonna go down this route, but they microdose MDMA the same way.
Yeah,
for the same similar
therapy for sure.
Yeah. Which has been given amazing results as well.
Yeah.
But I feel like you would have to have like a insufficient like
something.
Like your neurotransmitter. There'd have to be a neurotransmitter insufficiency, right?
But if you're ever at Trentham Falls, get some and just like for a day, see what happens.
Just a little bit of tea. Just sip on the tea all day.
Every 3 days. So on the 4th day.
Yeah.
And you have, like, it was legit. I noticed the 4th day.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. So remember what I was saying to you, like, when I was dieting,
do you reckon
work was easier and I was less anxious?
Yeah.
Because I was so tired, my brain wouldn't work. So I was like, I have to do this thing. And then be like, okay, now I have to do this thing because I was tired. And then once I had all the energy back, I'm like, I'm scattered again.
I'm just always.
Well, that's what I mean. You don't, it's like, that actually can.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird, dude.
Interesting.
I'm going to bring you some.
If I don't have my Trello board up, I'll just play with Mav all day.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'll have Trello, MailerLite, fucking chat,
but I have
everything
to
all at once.
I have to.
Yeah.
It has to. I have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So I will. There's supposed to be like ongoing effects. I didn't have it on the 4th day this week.
I wonder if there's
like
like
one dose, and I'll see. But
I wonder if there's like a mushroom formula that like you don't have to go pick.
You can't buy psilocybin.
Yeah, but I mean, like, surely, like, someone's gone down the route of like nootropic,
Probably.
I just wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about high dosing creatine.
Yep.
So apparently that's
like 15 grams or something.
20. Yeah. I think that's coming back, so might give that a bit of a hit too.
Yeah.
I got no psilocybin.
Try everything. There's probably some at the fucking Little Creek thing near your house.
Yeah, it's probably someone down the street I could get it from.
Well,
anyone with a mullet or something.
Yeah. There's also that.
Actually, we get into that point in the neighborhood where like the young kids are walking around the street and shit. Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna start walking out the front with a fucking singlet on. Just, let them know. Just let them know. Not this house. Not this fucking house.
I'm not the guy.
Walk out there with Mav.
Yeah.
Surely, if you see myself and my dog, you're not fucking with my house. You can fuck with anyone else's house, not this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll let you know. I'll let you know how what the ongoing effects are. How stable I am.
Love that.
This is my news for the week. I do get some news in my feed. Did you see Gymshark passed Under Armour? market cap.
No, but I'm not surprised because like Gymshark's obviously on the up. Under Armour have done a rebrand, bro. Doesn't hit. It's like they've tried to go like the Lulu route.
Yeah.
Because I used to walk into Under Armour and go, yeah, I would wear that to the gym. I wear that to the gym. I wear that to the gym. I walked in there probably 8 months ago. Yeah. I was like, never walking in here again.
Interesting.
Yeah. Unless you play golf. Like.
Yeah, it's good golf.
You know. But yeah, they've. Yeah. And Gymshark are nailing it.
Yeah.
You know, like.
I watched the reel that I watched about it was just like the way that they've chose to market community first.
Yeah.
So like the affiliate marketing thing was like, we got the rock. It's like we win. We have the rock, we win. But then it's like
they got Steph as well, Under Armour at the time.
Yeah.
And they were doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like you get like obviously C-Bum is not the rock.
No.
But the micro community is probably way more loyal than the micro community that follow the rock.
It's more spread. Gymshark's more spread,
and that's what the point is. It's like you just get the 50,000 follower guy. You get the you know what I mean. That's got the tribe
and the rock. I feel like is popular for everyone over maybe over 30.
Yeah,
it's like how many of them are regularly buying workout gear.
Yeah, and how much does Steph Curry and the Rock cost? Versus 100
micro influencers that get a discount code and probably get a bit of free merch here and there.
Yeah. And then your whole thing is image and branding, not the fact that the stars wear it.
Isn't it funny how you understand the Matrix?
Yeah.
Like, when Muscle Nation did that big push of, like, bringing on, like, heaps of people that all have discount codes to get a bunch of free shit.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, oh, this person only has this many followers and rah. And I'm like, that box of merch would cost, a couple $100.
Yeah.
And it's like, imagine paying to market to 2,000 people. Let's say this person has 2,000 followers, right?
Yeah.
Market to
or
those.
2,000 fans.
Yeah. Market to those every day.
Yeah.
It's not costing you fucking $200 worth of merch, bro. Once a month.
Yep.
So I'm like, it's so fucking smart when you think about it.
And then you have the flow-on effect from that is the amount of people that tag activewear because their person does it.
Yeah.
So the person they like is sponsored by the brand, so they tag the brand.
Yeah.
So then the person that likes that person tags the brand because they want to be seen to be doing the same thing even though they're not getting any money.
Yeah.
So then you have thousands of people tagging the brand, Gymshark, whatever, who aren't getting even paid for it.
Yeah.
Because it's become a cool thing to do to tag the brand you're wearing.
It's just chain of influence.
It's wild.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy how someone sat there and worked that out as well? Like, hey guys, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not surprised at all, man. I'm not surprised that, like, I won't be surprised that some of those brands that, like, it'll take a little while for the rest of the brands to catch up. Like, because Gymshark's, like, fucking been around forever.
Yeah.
So they, I think, have a right place where they are.
Yeah. They've got to be number one right now. If they passed Under Armour, I guess Nike.
Yeah. It's hard to work out with Nike, though. It's like,
what are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really, and they're obviously struggling a little bit, but they're, doing collabs and shit. So obviously trying to take a different direction. Hopefully that, takes them on the way up. Adidas are fucking killing it, man. I just saw a post this morning. It's like their market share is just fucking, just humming along.
It's so interesting, eh?
But they were at a point.
Imagine being New Balance right now and Adidas right now. Like,
they're on the way up.
To be mocked.
Bro, I can sit here
for 25 years.
I can sit here and comfortably eat my words, laughing at the idea of wearing New Balance maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'd be like...
Less. 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah. But probably when they got Kawhi Leonard, I was a bit like, okay, so that would have been about 5 years ago. But before that, like, it was they were a meme. Like, it was like, what was it? The Sneens?
Jeggings.
Yeah, like Sneens, right?
Sorry, that's the leggings one.
Yeah, Sneens, a sneaker and jeans. Like, you were the 40-year-old dad who had New Balance and fucking jeans on, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and now we're 30-something and we're New Balance. But anyway.
Yeah, but but New Balance is everywhere.
I know,
yeah. Yeah, and then, like, and Asics as well. It's like, My dad bought
We
Asics.
were saying that like
Yeah.
we bought Asics for actually running, and everyone was like, "Oh, dad shoe," and then everyone's like, "Oh
Yeah,
shit!"
within
dad
12
shoe.
months, I got bagged. I got bagged for the lime green ones, and these are the same.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, those are fire, bro."
Yeah. It's crazy.
I'm just a man who's ahead of my time.
But imagine being in that seat and just seeing like, because, like you said, the signing right of Kawhi. It's like it's one thing. Like, is it actually someone figured it out? Or is it just a generational shift of like, it's been long enough because
we're sick of
we're
seeing
dad's age now. So like, this motherfucker's still wearing a flat peak in Jordans. Are you serious?
Possibly.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
this now, besides maybe the t-shirt, the Jordans and the caps, like, you've been dressing like that since you were 15, which is the sneaks.
Yeah.
So now it's like, well, I'm not wearing the shit that you think's cool because it's not cool because you wear it. I'm going to wear New Balance because no one wears that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so because their shoes are different too, though.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Imagine.
I'm curious how much of it is just culture.
Yeah.
And that's luck, or how much of it is ingenious marketing to be like, how do we
Yeah.
take a brand that's shit in everyone's eyes, like a meme, and flip it to be like the ugliest, chunkiest, wildest dad shoe is now it.
Yeah. Is there a brand that just hits all the time? I feel like everyone goes through
I think Nike is the most consistent.
Yeah. Lately, they haven't been, but like I'm talking market cap wise.
Yeah,
right?
but everyone still owns Nike.
No, I get it. I'm just thinking, like, is there a company that just like, they just chip away in a linear fashion financially, which obviously dictates good decision making, good choices, right? I just don't know if there's one that just does that.
Lulu would be up there in their own market.
Yeah, because like just looking at the shoe market, like Adidas did a mad push in the early 80s and 90s, and then they dropped off early 2000s. And then now they're coming back. That's not a symptom of like we're sick of seeing other things. They're making good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because Adidas are actually making like the retro shit. Yeah. And it's like they're getting back.
Yeah,
so it's like they've just got
the same shit they made.
Well,
in the
they're
90s.
probably like, let's just go back to, and then obviously like, their shoes and stuff, they're making new footwear. So just thinking like, is there someone that like, is there a brand that's just nailed it consistently? Because and then it's like if not, it's like how close does your finger have to be on the pulse to make sure that you're getting the messaging right? Because I'm just looking at this from a business perspective as well, like just in general.
So
right?
I know you're like market share wise, Nike's pulled back. People still buy J1s. They still buy Dunks. I think Nike is the Porsche of clothing.
Look, I mean this respectfully, as a way more invested sneakerhead than yourself, and most people, Nike are doing really bad. They are just revamping old shoes. I agree,
but that's the McLaren driver says about the 911, but they still sell 911.
Yeah, but from a growth perspective, so you can only reinvent the 911 so much until you have to create a new model, right? So that like, you need a Cayman, you need a fucking Macan and all that shit, right? Yeah. So if they're not making those new models, like you can't piggyback a successful company off one model of
just
car.
The 911. Gotcha.
That is what Nike.
Just got the Dunk.
That is what Nike are doing. Their new shoes are terrible.
Gotcha.
Their sneakers suck. They like. If you're not someone who's invested in the nostalgia of the brand and the stories behind the shoe, you're like, when are they going to make a good shoe, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and that's where they're at.
That's fair.
And I know Adidas, New Balance, like they've brought new lines of shoes out, and now they're creating their story for their shoe. Yeah. Where Nike are like, we've already created the story. It's like, bro, you need new ones. Yeah. You need new stories. Like you need someone better designing your shoes because they suck. Yeah.
So I again would put forwards Lulu in their area.
Yeah.
Because whether you're an 18-year-old that's going to Pilates or you're a 40-year-old that's going to Pilates, Lulu's gold standard.
Yeah. Yeah, what did I see the other day? I saw an ad for Lulu, and it was like a 50-year-old woman in the gym, bro,
Yeah, interesting.
doing weights.
Yeah.
And I was like, I said to Steph, I said, doesn't that look odd to you? And and she was like, yeah. And I said, they're shifting.
Yeah.
Of course. But like, because I paid attention, like she just watched it.
Yeah.
Here I am like, and it was like a jacked 50-year-old.
Yeah.
Like I can't bring it up, but like she was jacked, bro.
Yeah.
And she was lifting weights and fucking, she had a belt on and shit. And she was
sick.
wearing this like red, one piece, like not one piece, but like a red outfit. So top to bottom, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, so they're getting into, because for me, they're running in yoga.
Yeah. So look, I hope that they come to the gym,
bro,
because they are every piece of Lululemon clothing I've ever bought lasts fucking forever.
Yeah.
Never goes out of shape, never fades, never falls
doesn't
apart.
smell.
And you're so comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I hope they come to gym wear.
Yeah.
I hope
they got really good underwear.
They do.
Yeah.
Just way more expensive than Step One.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But I'm definitely.
I lolled before.
we got
The first time we've both worn a cream shirt.
Oh yeah.
Granted, I have charcoal shorts, but I also have the green Step Ones.
Yeah. I had those shorts on walking Mav this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they might. I reckon they're getting into the gym.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, from what I've seen.
Yeah. So I think they're up there as one. I don't know what other. Everything else kind of comes and goes.
Yeah. It must be tough to like be able to identify.
Maybe the hat brands like Mitchell and Ness,
Yeah.
New Era, have been around for so long.
I feel like that market's small too.
Yeah,
So-
and but the weird thing is they're the Nike. They're still doing the same thing.
Yeah, there's redesigning.
Fred Durst's hat's still the same hat as what I'd have now.
Yeah, there's different shapes.
It's just like now you can't wear flex fit. You have to wear a snapback.
Yeah, now they have snapback and flex fit, bro, together.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then it's just the shape of the but it must be hard to like. Where I was going with that from a business perspective is it must be hard to like see the problem as it happens and pivot straight away.
Stay on top. Yeah.
It's like who can do that, or who's just constantly always forward thinking. Like, is it?
Yeah.
Are these people like just riding the wave of success and squeezing it until it's dry?
Well, and it's so much easier for New Balance to take a risk.
Yeah, because they have nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose.
Yeah, it's like, should we release the pandas again? Release the pandas again.
Yeah, do you reckon they're just stuck? And then I just think like sometimes is that a mentality as well? Like, when things aren't going your way, you just like go back to like what worked in the past. Yeah. And sometimes that's not what's needed to take you forward.
Yeah.
Like it'll solve. It's no different to like, how's this for a fucking segue? It's no different to like, maybe you need to do some things externally to the gym to like drive your online business and get some online clients. But what do? You just like go back and like get a few more sessions at the gym, right?
Yeah.
It must be, surely it's a mentality to a degree as well, though.
Safe. Yeah.
It's like, what's worked we haven't released the pandas in 12 months. Oh, let's release them.
Yeah.
Or
there's still 3 people that don't have them.
I
went to High Point and I counted 5 whole people that didn't have pandas.
I actually need to re-up my pandas because mine are flogged.
You have pink laces, so I'll let you get away with it. But it is like there's so many.
Yeah, but they are like the ultimate universal shoe. You can wear them with nearly every outfit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it. It's like they.
So my question is though, if you're Nike, the 1% of people that are like you, that are like, Nike shoes haven't gone anywhere. The 99% of people that buy Nike, do they care? And when I'm like, who's been the most consistent? It's like, I don't think Nike's revenue has done what Adidas, New Balance, Fila has done.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but the problem is, even of that 100%, there's less now. So there's less of the 100%.
Because they're taking from it.
Yeah, because they're losing money because less people are buying. So let's say even at 100% of who's buying, like 1% care the shoes are coming out, they don't care. They need a bigger pool of people buying.
Yeah.
And so their sales are plummeting.
Yeah. Makes sense.
It's interesting. And it's not just from like a sneaker perspective, like obviously, just everywhere.
Clothing and everything,
Yeah, so they obviously need to consider, what direction they go in now, which was, like you said, is not an easy thing to do. You can't sit here and just be like, oh, they need to do this. Like they need to make better sneakers. Like,
what does that mean?
Yeah, that's it.
Because you have to know 3 years out what it means.
And it's like, well, what's the message of Nike? Because it was like, be an athlete.
Yeah.
at one stage it was
everyone's an athlete.
Yeah, everyone's an athlete. So you wore it thinking you were the same as the people you watched who got sponsored.
Yep.
Like you put your golf gear on, you're like, oh fuck, Tiger's. Tiger's got the same fit. You know, tennis, you're fucking Roger. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like they've just
at the court with Jordan shoes.
Yeah. I feel like they've just lost that a little bit. So yeah. That would be really hard to maintain and obviously transition from.
In a world where micro-influencers have more impact than... So I don't know if you've watched that And One documentary yet.
So I have... You say your thing, and then I have a really small rabbit hole we can go down.
Okay. So that... I don't know if you've watched it yet, the And One doco. It's one thing I've seen that you haven't. It's mad.
The recent one?
Yeah.
No.
Unreal.
Watch the old school mixtapes, obviously.
Yeah. So there's a doco on how it all happened.
Right.
And how Nike buried them, basically.
Yeah.
So how they came to, and it was like almost like mixtapes, VHSs that they got out, and were like, this is sick. And it was, they're like me, so we'll buy End One. And they released a video of all the End One sponsored athletes, like a cool underground video. And Nike up to that point was just like polish. And Nike spent like $100 million on one ad, and And One lost like 90% in 18 months following.
Yeah.
They just went, no. We're going to do what you're doing exceptionally better.
Yeah, and we have the money and
the
support,
And it was like it had all the guns in it. Like, I think it had Michael in there and a few others, and it was just like...
Yeah, street basketball. We could do this too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's interesting from their standpoint that's what, 90s? Early 2000s maybe was peak for them.
Yeah.
Again, Fred Durst fit. So it's like... Have they ever been as revolutionary as you picture them to be?
Yeah. Well, they were the first people to sponsor athletes.
Yeah.
So
But now sponsoring athletes doesn't work because micro communities are better.
Well,
Gymshark's showing that.
So this is where I think you could potentially see the big brands, like we're talking, you know, they're on, like, was it like the fucking S&C and shit?
S&P.
Sorry. S&C. So you've got, like, I can only see this from what I'm seeing in, like, the YouTube world. So you've got brands like TaylorMade, Ping, like, even just go YouTube Golf, right?
Yeah.
So not only, like, back in the day, you had to be a professional golfer to get a TaylorMade or a Ping or Titleist sponsorship, right? All of those brands sponsor creators now on YouTube.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So... Now it's like, how long do those big sporting companies, or even just big companies in general, hold off until they go down? Like, how long does Nike hold off, Under Armour, whoever, until they go, we're sponsoring Mr. Beast? Like, maybe not Mr. Beast, it's stupid. That was probably not the best one. But like, just for the people at home, because if you're not into influencer world, like, you don't know who these people are, right? How long until they go down that route? Because that's obviously brands are figuring out that these micro influencers, like even like, you have 500,000 followers on Instagram. If you're Nike, that's a micro influence. Like, you're marketing to the world. So I wonder how long until they see value in things like that, and then they start going down that route. Like, how long until Nike sponsor Rick Shields, for example? I think they did at one point. So it's like, how long until that's a thing? A regular thing. Yeah. Some kid who's like the best dunker on YouTube. How long until Jordan sponsor him?
Signing him is more valuable than signing the number one draft pick.
Yeah.
Because I think Rick Shields is worth more than Adam Scott.
Yeah, I reckon the only reason they did that is Nike have moved away from golf, so I think that's why.
Yeah, but like as a concept,
no,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I agree. It's like, how long till Adidas are doing it with, like, I mean, forgive me if I might be wrong. They might already be doing it with, like, soccer, you know, like that street soccer and shit. Like,
even in bodybuilding, man. Like, Sam is the number one ticket right now.
Yeah.
If you're any brand in bodybuilding,
you're trying to get him.
He is the ticket more than, and I know that I promised I would become a bro, and I promise I'm on the journey. I don't know who won the Open Olympia this year.
Samson Dowder. Yeah.
how many people?
No, he's bringing
know
way
that
more
name?
people. Yeah. No, I get it. He's bringing people like Sam and Chris, bringing people outside of bodybuilding into the sport.
Yeah.
So what the benefit of that is, if you're a business that's not inside bodybuilding or fitness, is you can bring the other people back that way and capture the people that are kind of just in it for Sam.
Yeah. I was watching
it's a huge opportunity.
Watching a YouTube video the other day.
It's just that
Dad's like, "You played golf lately?" I'm like, "No," but I still watch it, and I still would, because I was watching. I think I was watching Grant. It's like I'd still, if I was going to go play, I'd consider buying Primo.
the shoes. Oh,
like
yeah.
You know, like and TaylorMade clubs.
Yeah,
because Grant uses them.
Yeah.
I walk past. I told the story the other day. Like I walked past Vans. I was like, I should go in there. I'm like, why the fuck you want to go in Vans for? Because you watch
Beard Meats Food.
4,000 hours of Beard Meats Food.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, even like I watch heaps of car stuff, and I'm like, are BMW actually that shit? Maybe I would get an M4 comp or something. Like, because all I'm watching is this one guy who he just sells BMWs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not bad of it, Jason. So yeah, I get it, man. Yeah.
So it's an interesting world.
Yeah.
And this is the stuff this all sounds irrelevant, but it is relevant because understanding the market. Obviously, our big push at the moment is 10K months. You need to start thinking outside of how other personal trainers in your gym behave.
Yeah.
If you want to go 10, and even if like say 10K's, cool, we need to get there, but you're thinking 20, 30, 50. You have to understand the world beyond the 15 trainers in your gym.
Yeah.
And your 20 clients. Like, you have to start looking at this shit.
Oh,
like, we were talking on the other pod, it comes out Wednesday, Barbells and Banter, that I was watching Beast Games. And, like, mock me, it's fine, I get it.
It was only funny because I wanted to talk about, like, this awesome TV show, and the difference is
the gap is so big. But it's like, instead of maths, I want to watch Beast Games, which to me is still shit reality TV, but I want to understand it. It's like, what just happened? How did this guy who's openly autistic spend from 10 years old to a fully produced $100 million budget Amazon TV show that's basically Squid Games in real life, just no one dies? How did this happen? How are we here? What? And thankfully the TV show doesn't have the whoosh, whoosh, all the production shit, because it's Amazon produced.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think he put in 20 mil on top of the 100 mil that they provided because he wanted it to be better.
Yep.
And then just like, what are we watching? What's not like, what's the show? And, oh my God, T's going to win. It's so fun. It's like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Why am I still watching this? Why are other people still watching this?
Yeah.
Is this Big Brother 15 years ago? Is this YouTube creators now become the people that produce TV shows? Or is TV shows still dying, but Beast has capitalized to make 50 mil? I think he made 50 mil. They paid him to do it.
Right.
So it's like, is he just cashing in the 50 mil while Amazon's throwing money at him? I'm watching a streaming service that has ads that fucking pisses me off.
Right.
Like, I'm paying for this. Pay more. Like, no, I'm paying for it in the first place.
I feel you, man.
So I find all of that interesting. And I think we need to, as small business owners, need to pay more attention to that shit.
Yeah.
I've had a conversation with a trainer during the week, 2 trainers, that one peaked at three PTs in the team, 120 odd clients, is down to 1. I think they've got like 60 clients now. And another one that peaked at 4 trainers. Revenue wasn't that much better than it is now, but like big team doing really well. And they've both pulled back a lot. And just being like, bro, like, just because our environment now cares more about social issues than it does about finance, and nobody watches the fucking ABC News to see what's happening. We're in a recession, dude. Like, it's you know what I mean? Like, economically, things are really tight. So if you're not paying attention to what is working, how people are behaving, what is valuable, what's not valuable.
You're just scratching your head going, what the fuck?
What can you learn from Gymshark is this, and they're doing this. The Rock isn't working anymore. So how much does Under Armour spend on The Rock and the ad with The Rock versus how much does Gymshark spend on the one influencer? How do I get that to happen?
Yeah.
Or maybe if I ran a 4-week challenge where everyone tags me, they just get in the habit of tagging me and they keep doing it. Oh, okay. Marketing strategy. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to start.
Yeah, you got to look, man. Your success leaves clues as well.
Yeah. Even we were talking in the kitchen earlier, like, people don't know. Like, people just are so unaware of how blatantly they're being sold to at all times.
Yeah. I appreciate it sometimes.
100%.
Like,
if you do it well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like,
yeah.
Even the Beast thing, like, an episode will finish, I'm like, I can't be fucked with the 30 seconds to fast forward, but I get it. Like, well, good move. Like, I know I have to wait for the next episode, but it's a streaming service. I'm just going to fast forward it. But also well played.
Yeah.
Because I know someone else is like, I have to stay up for the next one and watch the whole. They can't just turn off and go to bed.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. You have to pay attention, man. I'm so aware now, but it was only because you further immerse yourself into business, though. Like, you can't just run a business and then just expect to look at something and go, now I can pick it apart.
Yeah.
Like, it's to learn business, learn marketing, learn sales. Like, still have to do it even more because it's a constant developing skill, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a constant developing industry. But you just get to see, that's done well. Even to the point now where, like, I don't even look at creators and go, like, this person's, like, you know, because they don't align with, like, my message. I'm like, I don't sit there. I'm like, they're shit. They're this. I'm like, how are you doing that?
Yeah.
Like,
Why are people watching it?
How do you have so many followers and like so many views on your page? It's like, what are you doing that's really well that everybody likes, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're not looking at things that way, I think you're going to find it really tough.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, because people like that they'll only grow when, like, the climate's good.
Yes.
You know, so they're leaving the decisions and the success of their business to the mercy of, which is everyone.
I'm working weekly with 3 people in that camp.
But
that's
blew
everyone up when the market was like
100%.
That are now like, what the fuck's going on, man?
Yeah. When you can still thrive in like, there's still businesses that thrive. It's just like maybe the rate of progress is slower, you know.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, we even went to a workshop a couple of months ago, and they were like, if you basically maintained your business over the last 3 years, you're, like, ahead by like 20%.
Yeah.
Like, you're ahead. Like, that's the same as being ahead. And, you know, any percentage of growth after that is a huge success. They're the people that don't aren't influenced by just what's happening in the world. It's like, if the cash rate is fucking 2%, every service-based business is killing it, man.
Well, yeah.
But it's like when the cash rate doubles.
Yeah. I was talking to my barber about it this week. Just like, we do well as coaches because we coach people that are willing to eat tuna and rice to pay for a coach.
Yeah.
Like, they'll take that hit financially because it's of utmost importance.
Yeah.
And he was like, the people that he runs has a separate setup to his house and runs it out of that, built his own car park and all that kind of shit. He's like, everyone that comes here wants to get a haircut.
Yeah.
They don't need to.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's it. That language, when you're a personal trainer in a health club, most of your client base hire a PT because they don't want to go to the gym.
Yeah.
So if that's the business, there's way less of them. When the mortgage goes up $1,000 a month, there's a whole lot less of them.
Any form of friction.
It's like, I have to exercise. I have the available cash to hire a personal trainer, or I don't. Right now, the answer is I don't for a lot of people. So what's the solution? Be sad and do less sessions, or find the people that care enough to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah, you got to be really good at your job, man.
Yeah.
Because people who want to go to the gym are the ones that get results.
Yes.
You know, when you really look at it.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have spoken to so many frustrated coaches who aren't getting the traction that they want, and then when you break it down to like the lower hanging fruit, like being really results driven just isn't in the forefront of their mind.
Yeah.
And it's you flip someone wants to come to the gym and they'll make everything fit when they're getting results.
I wonder how the feel good the way you are coaches are doing right now.
The acceptance ones?
I don't see it much anymore, but I don't know if that's my circle.
I don't see it either. That's like I feel like it's got expiry date, man. You can only tell someone they're doing. You can only hypnotize someone into, accepting where they're at for so long until they actually break out and go, hang on a second, I've got to do something.
Yeah, and that's what I'm curious about. Like, you had that wave when money was available.
Yeah.
Then it got saturated because everyone
Well, they obviously would have fallen off because, like, who's going to pay someone to just tell them that they're happy the way they are?
I'm curious as to what that market looks like right now. Yeah, even just like the 22-year-old mindset coach. Like, how are they doing right now?
Yeah.
Couldn't
tell you.
Yeah.
Don't.
I don't see it, so I don't know if it's gone or I'm just not in the
my
world.
algorithm's pretty cultivated, man. It's like
same.
It's German Shepherds, bodybuilding, sneakers,
Formula One, bodybuilding, business,
fast car,
personal development. Yeah.
They're out there, bro. It's like when you said to me, like, I think we're on the way up with
everyone's with PTs.
PT. I was like,
nope, wrong.
Yeah. I'd love to say yes, King.
But are you excited for Thailand? This is the start of the episode, by the way.
You're welcome. I got you back.
But I actually have 2 full episodes.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, man. It's going to be good.
So, what are we doing?
We're going to a business retreat.
Yeah.
For our, as part of our business program. And we've got 4 days. Is it 4 days?
Yeah. 4 days, 4 hours a day.
Activities, yeah. So I'm just keen for I'm more keen for wherever the place is, like, I'm keen for the activities. I'm kind of at that stage in my career or whatever where I'm just like, I just want to do the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this could have been in fucking
the work.
Yeah. So
I
don't actually care we're going to Thailand. Like, my wife is like, are you excited? I'm like, nah. I'm like, it could be in fucking, and no disrespect, but it could be in Victoria, like regional Victoria. It could be in Adelaide. It could be in Sydney. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want
to be in the room.
I just want those 4 days.
Yeah.
To be good.
Productive. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I just want to come out of them with a lot of take homes.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. And I'm excited to like get amongst the group because, when you do the calls and stuff, like some of the numbers and some of the situations, I'm like, fuck, man, like, people doing some big things. So it'd be cool to rub shoulders with people like that.
I saw a video from Layla. It's weird. She's in the same video twice. It's different.
Yeah.
I'm like, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because I got both of them.
A/B testing.
Yeah. I liked them both just to fuck you up. And it was like the Harvard study of 99% of outcomes are determined by the 5 people. And it's like, this is access to a different 5 people.
Yeah.
So I'm most excited for that. It's just to be around.
Yeah, we have to be social, but
and that's like
I'm actually saying this to you on the like I'm coaching you and I together.
We have to, yeah.
Yeah, we can't sit there and just be like, let's go back to the house and do work.
Yeah,
like we have to.
I don't think we're gonna be clapping and high-fiving and punching the air to Avicii this trip.
Yeah. Karate chopping fucking wood.
I could the karate chop I was okay with.
I wasn't. It was 11 o'clock at night. I just want to go to bed.
I could deal with that. I could deal with it. I could have just like broke it on the table and left.
Yeah.
The exercise. I liked the exercise, but it was the everything else. Anyway, I'm excited to be in the room.
Yeah.
With the people that, because I've told this story before, on a trip with a mentor, and I remember exactly where I was, just being like, this is possible.
Yeah.
Multimillionaire, built off his own back, from the ground up, no inheritance, no nothing. I'm just like, nice guy, helps people out, great dad, all of the things. And I'm like, this exists.
Yeah.
And like my life totally changed from that moment on.
Yeah.
So I'm not expecting that earth-shattering thing, but it's just like to be around other people and be like, oh, like you are the same as me and you're doing that.
Yeah.
You're doing 50, 60, 100K months and we're the same. So like why
we can do it too.
Why can't I do that? That'll be my biggest aim.
Yeah, man.
So what I thought for this episode, and it actually works as a short episode anyway, because we have 10 minutes left, is what we've learnt so far. So we paid a shitload of money to learn from people that are ahead of us in the coaching space.
Yeah.
Not in fitness. And then what are our biggest lessons and takeaways so far?
Fuck, you could have given me time to prepare for this.
I've got prompts, and then you just have to.
All right.
You've been doing it. I've been watching you do it in Q&A. That's why I'm like,
I was
right,
like,
let's go.
I'll start rubbing my legs again.
So one that stands out to me is the advancement. I think we missed this. Is the speed of which your messaging, the quality of your messaging advanced. The way we could have the message we could have in 2019 versus the message you need to have now.
Yeah.
I think we missed the speed of which that
Changed.
increased and changed.
Yeah.
Like we just weren't on it enough.
Yeah. I agree. And it was like, and it was not paying attention enough in the market and squeezing something that was working. We did the Nike thing. It's like it worked and then it stopped working and then we were like, hang on a second, like why is it not working? And then had to go. Then we were like, oh, we're frustrated and then start again.
Yeah.
It's like if you paid attention, you get those things. You pick up on them as they come along and then you're like, cool, I keep staying ahead.
Yeah.
And now we know how to look at those things.
Yeah.
And just, awareness as
You
well.
have blind spots in your own shit all the time anyway.
Yeah. So I think, the messaging thing was absolutely changed and we needed to get a little bit clearer a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were just strength and body composition for so long and it worked.
Yeah.
Now
our business
it's like,
is also different now, which we didn't acknowledge.
Agreed. Yeah.
We were just like, hey, let's take all these people and just slot them in and then just like think that we're the same. It's like, not really the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Niching as well. So similar. Like just the level of detail you need to have in your niche now.
Yeah.
Like people that go to the gym.
Yeah.
Like I've redone my value compass and it's gone from like dot points to a 10-page document.
Yeah. It's specificity so important.
Yeah.
Such a saturated like market for attention now or saturated space for attention. So like being very clear on what it is that you do, who you work with and what people can expect from you is super important.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know the pushback is like, oh, I don't know if I can deliver those specific outcomes. It's like you're delivering what's possible.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I look at niche even slightly different to that of more around like the way I look at it now is I only appeal to this group of people. Not I try to appeal to this group of people. It's like I only appeal to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like I will, and I've been coaching this a little bit. It's just like, does someone dislike my post? Just like, is someone going to look at that and them not like it? And if the answer is no, the person I'm trying to talk to won't like it enough. So it's not a good enough post.
Yeah, it's a good way of looking at it.
So if I open a reel that says, do you want to do 10K months as a personal trainer? And your response is, well, just get results and write good programs.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck off.
Well, you're not gonna
like,
it's not gonna work out. You're not gonna make it. Not gonna make it.
You know what I mean? Like, and you might grind away for 10 years and build a big enough client book, and then finally make your first $100,000.
Yeah.
But you're not going to work with me, and you're going to resonate with what I talk about and what we do, because that waiting 10 years isn't acceptable to me. Yeah. I think personal trainers should be able to make $100,000 in 6 months, not 6 years. So that opening line, if it upsets you and turns you off, good. Yeah. Because the kid that's like me that's like, how? I want to talk to them.
Absolutely.
And I'm the same with my own content. Like especially the like tweet ones. Like, does this upset someone? Or turn them off at least. Yeah. Does this make someone go, fuck off, dickhead? And if it doesn't, the person that it excites. So I had one of mine this week, one of my clients put it on one of their reels and like gave me credit for it. Thank you. In the caption. And I was like, that doesn't happen if it doesn't upset someone else. So that's like with the niche thing, you have to know the exact person you're writing the post to. And then I also go to, who do I not want? Will they not like this?
Yeah, it's fair.
Post more.
Yeah. Yeah, just more exposure, man. You know what I mean? It's just more reach, more engagement.
Yeah. One of my girls is going 30 new followers a week. All she did was increase the post frequency.
Yeah. Yeah, it's important, man. Yeah. It's like free. It's also like free for a bit.
Yeah.
Like when you think about it. It's so easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to post, man. I know there's so much friction in content creation. It's just not just like there's a sequence of steps to make it clearer.
Yeah.
And then it's a system. You know, there's a method.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone who has friction behind content creation is not clear on their message, doesn't know who they're speaking to, doesn't actually know what they're talking about, and has no like set system on how to deliver it,
and sits down daily to do it.
Yeah, so then I would be like, well, fuck, I wouldn't know what to do either if I was doing it that way too.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, who you're speaking to, very clear on the messaging, have the topics, have subtopics, know your delivery method, you're great at creating.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're not good at the creating part, fucking pay someone else to do it.
Yeah.
Like everything else you should be able to do.
Because you've got so much more time because you're not spending 15 hours making content.
Yeah. It's like, it's hard when you don't have all of that stuff.
Yeah. So the client I'm working with at the moment, she posts every day, has now gone to twice today, but spends all day Friday filming.
Yep.
And I was like, right, this is the last STC Learn campaign that I did. Writing this took an hour, writing this took 2 hours, filming this took an hour.
Yep.
So I've done a month's content in the time that you filmed your reels.
Yeah.
And she just literally gave me the finger on the webcam. I was like, I get it, but you have the structure now.
Yeah.
So you don't have to wake up every day and think about what you're going to post. You decided 4 weeks ago, and it's done, it's scheduled, it's draft, it's ready.
Yeah.
And she was like, wow.
Yeah, just do, like, people just get ahead, that'll be sweet.
Yeah.
It's like they think that they have to have, yeah, that's it. They think they have to be ahead, and then they just do it as they go because they can't get ahead.
Yeah.
And then they fall off. It's like, if you're not posting at all, doing 2 times per week, just create a bunch of stuff so that you can get ahead. Not post, even if you don't post for a week, and just save those to get ahead.
Yeah.
Like, then you've got, like, a bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's not hard, but the other thing is the mental barrier, though. What if people don't like it? What if people come for me?
Yeah.
Someone's always going to come for you, man.
You hope.
Like, I actually, like, I look in excitement now. There was a time when I was like, go get him, Ben, because I was terrified. Now I'm like, oh, no one's commented.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I thrive on it.
Yeah.
Where I know there's other people in our team, when they look at those comments and they get mortified. And I'm like, you'll get there.
I saw a LinkedIn. So I'm playing around on LinkedIn at the moment. I was like, someone posted a clean meal that was like toast, butter, avocado, something else, cheese, I think, versus a bowl of Milo cereal. And it was like a 200 calorie gap that the avo was like way more calorie dense.
Yeah.
35 comments, every single one. Bowl of sugar, fucking ingredients, chemicals, fucking you'll be hungry in this long, but like just went in on this dude.
Yeah.
And I just commented and I was like, fuck, these comments make me feel like I'm in 2014. This is wild. Because he'd put in there like, sorry for someone that felt personally victimized by a bowl of cereal or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. And the last line was, thanks for boosting the algorithm though.
Yeah.
It's like,
Traction's good.
You have to, yeah. It's the goal, because I would have never seen it.
Yeah,
Like-
that's it. Yeah. So thank you for whoever tried to challenge me on the Fit Instagram the other day.
It's gone.
Good. It's gone.
I feel like the comment's gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Must have deleted it because he didn't understand the topic, and then when I directed him to the topic, he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm wrong."
I'm ahead out. I think, yeah. I think
Please
it was the same-
debate. Please, and even then, it's like it's always just
Yeah.
general conversations. Like don't start the comment with lol. Like just talk.
Yeah.
Like. Because that means you're being sarcastic.
Yeah,
so this is now a fight.
What do you think of the concept of... Now, when I say buy followers, I mean Instagram, social media is becoming pay to play,
Yeah.
not buy them from fake ones.
No, absolutely, man. Pay to play is where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can have an ad strategy to get new followers that is paid. And from personal experience, it's very effective.
Yeah.
Very effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that follow for follow thing doesn't work anymore.
No, I don't think it's worth it anyway, man. Like,
It was.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it is anymore. I think I'd rather just I would rather 2,000 followers that I've created an audience for
Yeah.
who like my page
Yeah.
than following a bunch of people that I don't actually know if they care about the things that
I agree.
I value as a business.
Yeah. But you're just paying with time, right? It's like, if I'm doing the follow for follow method, I'm going to follow 100 people. 20 of them are going to follow back, and that costs me X amount of time to follow them, and then I have to go unfollow them again. Or I'm going to pay the money to show 1,000 people,
And hope.
and 20 people are going to follow me.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay that much.
Agreed.
You know, even thinking about it now, man, it's like I would have done that ages ago.
Yeah.
Like just knowing how effective such a small
Yeah.
amount
I
can
just-
be. But sorry to cut you off. The caveat to that is you got to make good content.
Yeah, because
So-
you get the follow.
Well, if you make
Yeah.
shit content, and I
Yeah.
mean that respectfully, like shit
Yeah,
content
yeah.
is just content that doesn't hit, we'll
Yeah.
call it, right? If your content is poor, I'll say that for Instagram, you won't get the person to take the action of following.
Follow, yeah.
Because you can't just pay and send eyeballs to your page and everyone's going to hit. It's like your Instagram bio's got to be perfect, your images have got to be perfect, your highlights have got to be perfect, your pinned posts have to be perfect, everything's got to be good.
Yeah.
So you've got to do the steps, to make sure everything looks polished and professional.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you have it on there, but just doing that whole audit of what we look like from the outside and when someone searches us.
Yeah.
And that's not just like your website and your Instagram, it's everywhere. I had to literally look every place that our business existed, and I had to change everything
Yeah.
to make sure that it was
Even the
consistent.
YouTube was like...
No, I had to
random.
change it all. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's because we had different people taking care of different things at different times, and it's like no wonder it was fucking confusing, and no wonder we weren't getting the traction and stuff, because I'm like, this doesn't actually connect.
Yeah.
So all of those things have to be set up first,
Yeah.
and then it's worth doing a paid ad strategy.
Yeah.
Because it looks professional and it looks consistent.
Yeah. If you're in a cycle, you need to find where the weakness is. So, coaching someone during the week who's been basically bouncing from 3,200 a week to $4,000 a week for 18 months.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I just can't fucking break through this wall. I'm like, okay, what is business? What is a service business? You have 3 determining factors of how many clients you have. You have your retention. He averages 60 weeks.
Yep.
You don't have a retention problem. Most personal trainers, I would guess, I'd like to think, most, unless you're in your first year, don't have a retention problem that listen to this. Because everyone that comes through, that I'm like, you're a good trainer. You're a good enough trainer to do $100,000.
Yeah.
The next is sales, where it's the actual sales strategy itself. His is okay. We actually just fixed it all.
Yep.
So it's good now. But it's do you have a problem actually getting people into the business? So you've got leads, but you're not converting them.
Yeah.
It's know the sales process now that you've gone back to what used to work, but it was easy, so you stopped.
Yeah.
Started doing one session instead of two, and you didn't actually have the presentation card out. You just verbalized it, and
got away with it a few times, and then just kept running with it.
Now it's harder to sell, so you're going at 50 instead of going at 80, whereas you could have been going at 100 when it was good.
Yeah.
But 80 was fine. 50 is not fine.
No.
So we fixed the sales process. All right, that box is ticked. All right, so it's a marketing problem. We don't have leads. When was the last time you ticked dotted every I, crossed every T for 16 weeks? He was like, never. I'm like, okay, what's the longest you've done it for? 4 weeks. Did it work? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So the reason we're in this cycle is one of those three things. So if you're in a face-to-face environment, my guess is you just stopped making phone calls.
Yeah.
Like, it's that simple. Like, if your business business isn't growing and you're in a face-to-face gym, you're not doing outreach.
Yeah.
Whether it's walking the floor, approaching people, making conversations, actively seeking consultations on the phone or in person, you're not doing it.
Yeah.
Or you're really, really, really shit at sales. Or you have a retention problem, which is price or quality.
Yeah. If you don't have a retention problem as well, like, you can also just consider, like, how much you're charging everyone.
Agreed.
Like, 60 weeks is heaps, man.
Yeah.
Like, possibly just not charging your worth there at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, weird numbers on the front end.
Yeah.
Like sales conversions. But if they get in, they stay forever.
Fair.
So it's a bit of balance.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
And for where he is, price is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So if you're in that cycle of, and it doesn't need to be 32 to $4,000. It can be the same three factors matter. If you can't get past $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $40,000, like, it's the same. There's a break.
Yeah. What's
the break? We got away with things being good, and we still had a cycle. It was just at a higher number, so we didn't care.
Yeah.
Like, we were like, it'd be good if we had another 20, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Now we have 50% of that, and we're like, this sucks. We're doing the same thing that we were doing back then. We're just getting lower return for our efforts, which is affecting the back pocket revenue-wise by probably 40%. That's a problem.
Absolutely.
So identify where the breakdown is in your business. So if you're like me and you're really good at selling, when I started, I had full book of clients in 8 weeks, no worries. But I had really high turnover for the first 6 to 8 months because I was shit at it.
Yeah.
And then I got better at it, and then the retention got better. And then I was like, I don't need to make phone calls anymore. And then 6 people leave in a week. You're like, fuck, better go make some phone calls.
Tail between my legs.
So it's identify where the break is. It will take more than you think it will.
Yeah. Oh, that's the best attitude to have for everything.
And I think we sat here openly and were like, oh, this is unacceptable. We need to make some changes. We need to dot every I and cross every T. What does that actually look like? And it's like, Jesus. Okay.
Yep.
There's actually a lot of moving parts. And we're talking about going to, what are we, like 40 or something? It's 900, it's 980 a year.
Yeah,
whatever that is, a month, a week.
17?
Yeah.
No.
So we're trying to push past 20K weeks. So there's more layers for us. But for the face-to-face PT that's doing $1,500 a week, posting 3 times a week doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
It's going to take more than you think it does. It might be 7. And it might be 10 if you want real growth.
Yeah.
It's going to take more. Yes, you might actually need to fucking send those emails. You might need to figure out how that software works.
It takes, have you got more stuff? Because, like, it takes so much all at the same time. That's my biggest lesson.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much that all needs to happen at once.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just do emails. You can't just do social media. You can't just have the CTAs go out. You can't just... You have to have it all happening all at once.
Yeah.
Like, just how I think about every day is so different now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the point that we've put on 2 team editors.
Yeah, just like everything needs to be. I'm like
'Cause for-
overseeing things and like
For this to roll,
yeah,
we have a people problem now.
for it to run the way it needs to. Yeah.
And I think
because
as
if you don't do it that way, like we just hit the same breakpoints again.
So this is what's interesting, right? I think for our business, we were capitalizing on an upswing market as well.
Mm.
So we expanded. Now we're capped. It's not moving. Each business isn't doing the growth that we want it to do. We're still doing well. Like we're fucking 200K off the 7 figures right now. But then you go to move that needle from 20 to 30 takes this. And then you go, it takes
That's
this
people
5
problem.
times.
Yeah, it's a people problem. It's not a
But if we haven't expanded, it wouldn't have been.
yeah.
So we were busy, but we weren't lasered in on the thing. So now it's like, okay, so it's not just a campaign that's YouTube, podcast, emails, fucking 14 social media posts a week, stories, DMs, new appointment flow, updated website, updated this and this. That's STC Fit.
Yeah.
Then it's Learn. Then it's You Strong. Then it's Anytime. And it's our own coaching businesses. It's like, okay, so that's 7 things that all need that.
Yeah.
And you go, fuck. How do we... And then obviously, if you want to scale, you need people. So the solution for us is people.
Yeah.
But I think that that's something I've learned is we went lateral when we should have went deeper. In a few cases. I think we'll be okay. And in 6 months, because we've recruited, it'll pay off because we understand what needs to happen. We just don't have
manpower,
the resources in hours to do it. So we pay for the hours and it's done.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Just doing the thing a couple of times doesn't work.
Yeah.
One campaign with a good workshop.
Yeah.
One good PDF giveaway.
Yeah, one post, one this.
One giveaway. One online coaching giveaway.
Yeah.
One phone call session. One workshop in the gym. It's not enough.
No. It's just so many polarizing, relatable situations to training. It's like one workout doesn't make you bigger, doesn't make you leaner, whatever. It's the same concept. Like you've got to, the success is in the habits, man. The success is in the consistency of the execution.
Yeah, even I would change habits to systems.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's like you either fail faster or succeed the way in the timeline that you should have. And it's like both of those aren't. Yeah, both of those are gonna happen.
Yeah,
and both of those aren't bad things.
Yeah,
like I said that in a coaching session with one of our guys, I'm just like, the faster you do this, the faster you'll work out whether it works or it doesn't. Both of those things are valuable. So let's not procrastinate.
Yeah.
Which has been a little bit of a habit. We can always like kind of push to an income threshold, and then like we get comfortable and we pull back. I'm like the way we break through this is doing all of this stuff and finding out whether it works or not.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then you just do it again, and you work out what works and what didn't, and what you could do better, and what you're going to keep. And guess what? You're going to do that for the rest of your days.
Yeah.
Because that is
business.
the game.
Yeah. And going full circle, if you don't do that, you become Nike.
Yeah.
And that's how New Balance come back.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Because you just the same.
You just keep doing the same thing.
Yeah. The next one I had was double down, don't spread, which is I just already touched on that.
Yep.
Is there anything else that stands out to you that's like been your biggest?
So many stuff. Like I said, it's just knowing all of these things have to move at the same time. Everything, there has to be, the systems have to work. The marketing has to be happening.
Yeah.
The serving of the clients needs to be happening. Like everything needs to happen all at once. And there's multiple marketing things, even within that, like the one thing that this multi-layered is there's multiple marketing things happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like you look
long
at
term branding and messaging versus short term campaign.
Man,
versus,
it's like that's it. It's like you're driving for leads, you're nurturing the prospects, like you're nurturing your audience. Like there's just so many things, and it's just like you can't just do one. You have to do all of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I just look at everything differently now.
Yeah. And I think what's been interesting is the course we're in is interesting because it has different income brackets. So we're in with other people also doing 30, 40K months. Or 20, 30K months. Seeing all of the problems are similar.
Yeah.
With us. And then like knowing, you can see so basically the lower income people get to ask questions after.
Yeah.
You can see the problems are real different. And I think that applies in PT too. And I think part of mentoring and something that happens organically for us in Q&A is just like knowing where you're at and what actually matters. Because yes, you need to do all of the things, but all of the things at $1,000 a week
aren't the same.
Is different to $10,000 a week.
Yeah.
So knowing, but what I want to stress is like we're talking about 20K month business problems. And what we're like, fuck, there's so much to do. You guys feel there's so much to do at 75K. Like, I've got to fucking do phone calls, I've got to write programs, I've got to do check-ins, I've got to market, I've got to do my social media. Like, we get it. You still feel your biggest problem in your life is your biggest problem in your life. And your biggest problem in your business is the biggest problem in your business. So you still feel that same level of overwhelm that we do.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm curious, like, I know I went through a bit of a phase of just like, the fuck have I been doing? Like, am I even a business owner?
Yeah.
Like, I coach this shit, man. And it's just like the level of problems is different.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like coaching the bodybuilding client when you haven't done it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can take you to a powerlifting competition because I've done it. It's actually fucking burnt in the back of my brain now. It's really easy for me.
Yeah.
The first prep I did was terrifying for myself, and I hired help, and I was overwhelmed, and I second guessed it, and now it's like, you'll PB. Like, we're good.
Yeah.
I've got a client competing this year, and it'll be, I'll ask for help. I'll ask you questions. I'll check in along the way. Like,
I'm
it's
the one
same.
who's going to starve you.
It's the same overwhelmed feeling.
Yeah.
So we're having that. What I had to get into my head was like, no, this is solving this level problem.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean everything we've built is useless. It's actually really good. And the framework of what we've built is actually incredible. This is just the problem we have to solve now.
Yeah.
And then there'll be a new problem that we'll have to solve that'll make us feel like we know nothing. And so on and so on
of course.
and so on.
Yeah, that's the game.
Yeah, so if you're avoiding that feeling now, or you're hearing a podcast, whether it's us or you read a book or you talk to another PT or whatever, and you're like, fuck, like, I don't know anything. It's like you do because you've gotten as far as you are.
Yeah.
But you're as good as the next problem you solve.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything else?
That's pretty good.
That was an interesting episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of banter at the start.
But it was
There's a lot of business stuff.
It was actually everything. The conversation we just had is what we learnt from the course. It's how we look at shit from actually seeking some upskilling and some advice. So the title of the episode is like what we've learnt from our mentors.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I've learnt that New Balance did good.
So good. And buy another pair of them on the weekend.
Yeah. All right, that was sick. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're still here. We appreciate it. Make sure you give us a like, a follow, a comment. Be nice, or apparently Jason's coming for you in the comments.
Nah, these ones are for Ben.
I get the learn ones. Come for me. Because I miss out now. I don't get to do the fit ones.
Yeah,
so
you can do something if you want, man. I'll throw you a bone.
It makes a really big difference to the metrics that happen with the episode. So you guys are out grinding, trying to spread your message. Just help us out and give us a little bit of a push along as well. We really appreciate it. All right. We'll see you next week. Ciao.
See you guys.